Lately, I've been struggling with some anxiety, whether it's because of everything going on in the world or feeling overwhelmed with work. And sometimes I don't even know why. The feeling will just suddenly come over me like a tidal wave. It's in these moments where I begin to think about everything and everyone in my life, why I'm here, what it all means. Sometimes I just feel like running into the woods, leave it all behind and simply be. When you're someone who is sensitive to everything, you tend to absorb it all like a sponge. It's harder to let go, and you feel everything so deeply. As a kid, I used to cry a lot, and yet at other times would be more excited to watch someone else open a gift than I would be opening my own, just because I loved to see and feel the excitement and pure joy that another person was feeling. I had a hard time watching scary movies, and I could feel when someone was having a bad day without them even having to say it. I was hyper observant of all of my surroundings, and a lot of the sensitivity would express itself in my physical body as well. Breaking out in hives, developing tumors, or even full body paralysis. I used to think of it as a curse, wondering why I felt so deeply, and wondering why others didn't, or why I couldn't seem to handle a heavy workload, while others made it look too easy and seemed to have no problem keeping it together. It wasn't until I got much older that I started to look at it all a little differently. Every living thing is made of energy, has consciousness. It permeates everything, and some of us can pick up on even the most subtle changes in this vast field of energy. And with that comes a lot of emotion. Our emotions are energy, and they're constantly changing, moment to moment. So as things seem to speed up in this world, and we're bombarded day to day with information through media, our devices, the things we have to get done, the people we care for, it can feel overwhelming. It's enough to make you want to run into hiding, leave it all behind and become a hermit. And believe me, there's been many days when I want to do just that. But now, whenever I feel some of this jagged energy creep in, I take it as a sign that I need to stop and slow down. Taking walks in nature or just sitting in it seems to help me. And while I work outside most days, I'm still doing a job. I'm going through the motions and taking care of responsibilities. But stopping to commune with nature is my personal reset, my personal sanctuary and sacred place. It's the place that always brings me back to myself and makes me feel as though I have returned home. The other day, I was feeling a lot of heavy energy, so I took my dog for a walk in the woods. At one point, I let him off his leash and let him run through the trees and creek beds. I watched him as he dove in and out of the water, splashing around like a little kid. He had so much joy and happiness running through him as he ran around feeling as free as can be. It's infectious, that feeling. It made me want to jump into the water too, just so I could feel what he was feeling. There's nothing more freeing than to strip yourself of all expectations and responsibilities, to let go and fully dive into the organic life that surrounds us. Mother Nature has a way of bringing you back to what's pure and true. Nature is intelligent and sentient. It's as though the trees, the earth, and the animals know what you're thinking or feeling without you having to say a word. It knows when to take you in, wrap its arms around you like a warm hug. And when it does, a release comes pouring out of you. My heart and eyes swell, and I can't hold it in anymore. I give it a good cry and feel as though a weight has been lifted from my shoulders. I feel lighter, more at ease, and yet full of power, as though I can take on anything. It literally is like hitting a reset button. Winter will be here before I know it, so I've been preparing the garden and home for the colder weather. Every year I grow ginger. Whew. Fresh ginger. I planted these in late January, and now they're finally ready to harvest. It's been 8 to 10 months. That's how long it takes to grow ginger. So I've been waiting for this moment to finally harvest it, and it's gonna taste amazing. I cannot wait. It smells so good. It's one of my favorite things to grow, but a challenging one because it's a tropical plant and doesn't normally grow in my area. So I have to do a lot of work throughout the year to keep these plants alive and well. I start them indoors late January or February and then keep them warm. Eventually, when summer comes around and it's consistently warm outside, I move them outdoors. But even then, it takes a lot of care to get them used to their new surroundings. After months and months of growing, they're finally ready to harvest.
Started to find our calling in the half light. We close our eyes, letting everything slide. Daylight's much too golden. Let me melt into your starry eyes. Lonely little dreamers, we could hold each other for tonight.
Ginger is medicinal, so I love to brew it in teas. That's why I put it in many of my herbal tea blends, such as my chaga chai. This tea is perfect for the colder months because it has all the amazing chai spices like ginger, nutmeg, and cinnamon, but it also has the powerful medicinal benefits of the chaga mushroom and the potent herbs that help cleanse and detox our bodies like dandelion and chicory root. And I've been busy making more of my most popular tea blend, Beam Me Up. This one always sells out, and for good reason. It's a powerful tea made just for men. It boosts libido, helps treat erectile dysfunction, regulates hormones, and gives you natural energy and vitality. And even though a lot of men may feel like they don't have issues in these areas, it's important to keep your sexual energy strong. Because just like I said about energy, everything is energy. And our sexual energy is directly connected to our creative energy, one of the most powerful energy centers in our body. This tea is amazing at strengthening that, protecting it. And in today's culture, it's much, much needed. You can find all of my teas on my website, thenakedgardener.us. As the grow season is coming to its end, I've been harvesting what's left and finding new ways to store and preserve it. In the past, I've made things like sauerkraut, but my daughter suggested I try kimchi. Everyone on our farm is feeling the shift, the change of season. The leaves are changing color and beginning to fall, and the sun is still shining, making everything appear golden. In ancient cultures, there was much to be learned by observing the changes season to season. By syncing our own lives with that of the seasons, we can tap into the unique energy that each season brings, and there's nothing quite like fall. The leaves turn every shade of ruby red and golden amber, while the sun of summer still shines without the intense heat that leaves us all looking for the closest shade. There's nothing like taking a walk and seeing the leaves fall around you, crunching under your feet, reminding us of the divine beauty that surrounds us. Or that when it rains, there's an undeniable warmth in even those cold days as we cozy up inside with a warm cup of tea or cider. It's a time when everything bursts with its last beauty, as if it's nature's grand finale before winter comes. Fall gives us a different perspective, not only outside, but inside as well. As the year begins to come to a close, we begin to reflect. We think about the year we had, the highs and the lows, because nature's cycles are a mirror of our own lives. Living in harmony with the seasons, specifically autumn, means embracing the natural cycle of transition, focusing on introspection, and letting go of what no longer serves you, preparing for the stillness of winter by nourishing your body and mind with warming foods and mindful practices, much like the trees shedding their leaves to store energy for the colder months ahead, or the squirrels and chipmunks collecting nuts for winter. It's a time to restore yourself. So I'm doing just that, giving myself those moments when needed to simply be, regaining my energy and getting clear on everything that I'm doing and why. This life is a journey, one that many of us have lived multiple times. And when we let the seasons guide us, we channel the energy around us and are reminded that we are never going through it alone.